Hello, it is I, Valadriel the Mad. This will be the final episode in my first playthrough of Dragonage the Veilguard. I really hope the ending doesn't suck. Here goes nothing.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. For good or ill, the fate of the world shall be decided soon. I received Harding's missive. Your plan is sound.
So, the Inquisitor's in?
Indeed, although he requires a few days to set events in motion. Time is needed to allot his responsibilities to those who are capable of managing them. Once settled, he has pledged himself to your cause. The snake's head must be severed, else the body simply grows anew. And what of your other allies? Will they also be ready? There is no room left for doubt or hesitation.
Only one of us has a fragment of a god inside them, Mythal.
I carry only her memories, not her strength, nor her capacity for strategy.
Well, either way, our allies will be ready.
As they must be. There will not be another opportunity to foil the schemes of Elganon and Ghilan'nain. If we fail in this, they gain all that is needed to reshape the world in their twisted image. The evil put into place with the aid of their Arnhem servants at Tearstone will cover the entire world.
Look, the gods can't blight the world without their dagger. And they can't finish their dagger until the eclipse, which isn't for another...
Unless they were to speed up the eclipse, you know, because he's a god.
Elgrinon!
While you gather your people, I will find the Inquisitor. And Rook, I wish you great luck.
Elgrinon just caused an eclipse. The gods can finish their dagger. We need to move now.
But we were supposed to have weeks to prepare.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks, I can tell you that much.
The eclipse is slowly forcing an alignment between the stars and powerful currents in the Fade.
Which means what?
I'm afraid we've only a few hours until the gods complete their dagger.
Lucanus is right. We have to go now.
No time to scrape up an army, even if we had one.
You think we're enough?
What will we be facing on the island?
There's gonna be blight crap.
And where there's blight, darkspawn.
Right. Tearstone Island's also crawling with the entire Antam army.
They've had time to prepare. It'll be brutal.
So will the gods. We're walking right into their lair.
We may not all make it out again.
Yeah, but if we're going down, let's go down swinging. So let's stop the gods, whatever it takes.
We're with you. The gods won't leave that island. No matter what.
No matter what.
Then we leave as soon as we can. I should talk to Lace before we set up. Off. See how she's doing.
Strength earns mastery.
I thought I heard you in here.
I can't stop thinking about the moon. They moved the moon, Rook.
Right. That.
They moved the damn moon like it was a picture they wanted on a different wall.
Lace.
And we're supposed to stop them? How?
We have a plan. We stick to it. That's how we win.
The plans never go to plan.
We'll adapt.
But so many things could go wrong. I can't stop thinking. What if? What if one of us...
You mean what if one of us dies?
Don't say it. You can't just say things like that.
We're both thinking it.
But saying it out loud is different.
How?
It just is.
There are an endless number of what-ifs. You can't let them distract you. We have a team, and we have a plan. Most of all, we have each other. That's what I try to remember.
Oh, Rook.
We're still standing. There's still hope.
Okay, then let's focus on us. For now. Just us.
It's gonna be fine. You told Lace it's gonna be fine, and it is going to be fine. I should talk with Varric too. Get any last advice for killing a god. Varric, I hope I'm not interrupting whatever you're doing.
Take a deep breath.
The gods changed all the rules. We're going in blind. The whole team is pretty sure we're gonna die. And they might be right.
Weird shit is happening. Of course the team's on edge. It's not a personal failing for you to be scared either.
I'm not.
You're in uncharted territory. It's not like anyone has experience fighting gods. Well, maybe Solus does, but you really don't want to get him talking about it.
Too late.
My point is, you're doing the best anyone could do in this situation.
I guess I have some thinking to do about everything.
Go on. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, let's not keep the gods waiting.
You know, Rook, every time
You must be so pleased with yourself.
What the? Hezenkos?
Of course it's me! Reduced to explain myself to Enric Valkaren's companions.
You'll never guess what I discovered when putting my affairs in order for Lichdom. My first published work. A monograph on the vagaries of determining a body's time of death. Those illustrations. However did I believe I'd drawn the correct proportions of the human heart?
What disaster's unfolding out there now?
Well, the moon...
Thanks again for talking with me. Being non-binary feels good. And so does being more Canary. Feels better as a choice than a chore.
Veilguard must be pleased he got his archdemon back.
We are still a long way from reclaiming Treviso, but in secret, In its heart, this city celebrates. The dragon that left its light is gone, and the Untown's time will follow.
Arlathan went... Well, we got the Dalish out. We got out. But something bad is waiting for us. I can feel it.
No idea that Lusicon would be so, well, big. We got away though. No one died and we saved the Dalish. I'll take that as a win.
It's fortunate we weren't spotted coming in.
A lot of dreadnoughts. One shot is all it takes.
Now we just have to deal with that.
Morgan didn't exaggerate. That's the entire Antom army over there.
Doesn't change what we came to do. The gods will know we're here soon, and so will the Antom. We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take out the team and cause some trouble down by the Antom ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
There'll be Blight farther up, Harding. And Darkspawn.
I've fought them before, and I've got the stone on my side.
No one's fast enough for that many Antom.
Someone has to do this, Tosh.
So who will it be?
Harding's right. This requires a good scout.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I'll take the rest of us and get to the gods before they finish their dagger and cut open the Fade. Once we're in place, Lucanus will take Solas's dagger and ambush Ghilan'nain.
Elgernon's pet.
One problem at a time. As long as he has that archdemon, he's invulnerable. Concentrate on Ghilan'nain first. We kill her, take the god's dagger, then deal with Elgernon.
Rook, what if...
Hey, remember? No what ifs.
Right. I trust the plan. I trust you.
Harding.
Like you said back at the lighthouse, Rook. We stop the gods. Whatever it takes.
quickest path ahead, but we might reach the gods before we're spotted.
Concentrating the magic used for the ritual.
Well, so much for that.
Quick! Can't let them read an alarm.
Take arms!
You've heard the Kunari. They've got orders.
Didn't expect human mercenaries.
The Antom aren't taking any chances. Sounds like a lot more Antom across the bay.
Any idea what they're saying?
Something about Ghilan'nain giving them world-crushing power? Must be Harding's team distracting the Anton. I hope they're all right. Mercenaries again. They have mages.
I see them.
shall meet soon.
I just heard Ghilan'nain.
I heard. You knew my name.
What did this place used to be?
The way it's laid out, it seems built for this kind of ritual.
More mercenaries!
We can't let them slow us down.
Trouble here. Seeing some blight.
If the gods finish their dagger, open the Fade, and unleash all the blight, even Solus was terrified of that.
Right. He's bad, but not that bad.
Tom, your vision, your loyalty will be rewarded. Ghilan'nain and I must complete our task before we join you. But this magic we harness will transform the world and all those within it.
We're getting closer to where the gods are making their dagger.
Intruders, the same mortals who defied us at Whitehoft. An Elven, traitor to her gods. A woman, also an elf, griffin bonded. There are others, find them, that bring me the griffin, intact.
Try it, and you've got a war.
We have to hurry. The Anton will be looking everywhere after hearing that. It's Harding.
Rug, hey!
Harding, are you okay?
We drew off some on Tom, but you have to hurry. More on the way.
Can you open the way out of here?
I think so. Let me look.
Not today, we
We'll draw them off.
Be careful. We'll meet you above.
There are things I would have of you, Rook. Draw closer. You will learn what they are.
Elgin again.
He's messing with our minds. Try.
Ugh. A lot more blight on this side.
We've also got more anti. Get clear!
Tom, the intruders remain. One bears an instrument from the dreadful.
Crap. They sense Solus's dagger.
Our ritual gathers momentum. Power cannot be interrupted by mortals. I'll set my creations to assist your hunt.
Dark spawn. That flash of green light? That's a tear in the Fade.
The God's magic. It's starting to weaken the Fade.
The gods might be close, but they'd be gloating if they'd finished their dagger. If If we kill Ghilan'nain and steal that dagger, then Elgardon can't unleash the Blight. That Fateir's blocking the way. We have to set it off. That Fateir! Getting near it feels like being ripped to shreds. Ghilan'nain must be affecting the Fateir, making the tears more dangerous.
Longer.
Do what you can. Meet us inside that building ahead.
Oh, there's more blight blocking our way.
We've got to clear it out to get to the gods.
Tears into the Fade.
Remember to keep your distance.
Another Fade tear. Oceans of magic are coursing around us because of the god's ritual.
Then we'd better find Ghilan'nain, quickly.
Wait! There are wards blocking the way out. Blood magic.
One touch could kill.
How do we get through? Ideas?
Patterns are familiar. If I can fracture the harmonics, we could get through. Maybe.
I deal with blood magic. I can stop the damage long enough to burn out the wards.
That's risky, Nev. Really risky. I can't ask you to do that.
Your way's just as dangerous. Don't like it, but one of us has to do it.
Nev, get those wards down. Carefully.
I'm on it.
I'll keep this Fade Tear in check while you work. But with things so unpredictable, I fear anything might happen once we kill Ghilan'nain.
Solus warned me that there'd always be costs and consequences to fighting gods. But if we kill Ghilan'nain, snatch the god's dagger, and escape, maybe we prove him wrong.
I dearly hope so.
Ha! Got it!
Nice going.
Sure, but let's walk out careful. The gods will have a trap or two.
That is a certainty. I'll take the greatest care, ensuring your Tevinter mage knows the new face of her empire. You can all be forgiven by embracing the wisdom of surrender. Continue, and even the dread wolf will regret what I do to his pawn.
Come on! Elgardon and Ghilan'nain are still on the island. We can save Nev if we hurry.
Elgardon will pay for this.
The gods know we're coming, but they still need to finish their dagger.
We can divide their attention.
Good idea. Half the team comes with me on the main path. Harding and the others keep out of sight and get Lucanus to the ritual.
He kills Ghilan'nain, and then we save Nev.
All this magic, it feels like a storm.
Which means Elgar'nan's almost completed the dagger.
Where's Ghilan'nain?
On the move. Spike can feel her hunting for us.
I don't care what these damn gods try, or what they want. We'll kill Ghilan'nain, we'll get our friend back, and then...
And then Elgar'nan. We'll hold Ghilan'nain's attention until Lucanus has a clear shot.
Good luck, Harding.
Like we said, whatever it takes.
It's all yours.
As is Ghilan'nain.
I hear Darkspawn.
The first age of gods was a time of conquest. The second age of gods saw wonders built. Then came flight, pride, betrayal, third age of gods was... Solus is cunning. Persuasive. He is loyal to nothing but his own fears.
There she is!
The child of the stone.
Get around her so we...
Hurry! She hears you not.
Bring it on.
You have destroyed treasures of the ancients. Set back our work. I will perfect this world, and you shall never see it.
Laura, I've caught you.
Oh, thank goodness. Come on, Ghilan'nain.
I have not forgotten my archdemon's death. That debt will be paid with your companion's blood.
You all right?
Don't worry about me. We must finish this.
We have to find Hardy. Ghilan'nain took her.
This struggle is heartless, wasteful.
Ready here.
Watch the ranged attack.
We've got you, Hardy.
Thanks, but you need to free Lucanus. He's got Solus's dagger. We can't kill Ghilan'nain without it.
You'll find her.
Ghilan'nain, the ritual is nearly complete. You must lead them away.
They are persistent.
Hitting us from range.
You and Elganon are trapped by the past, just like Solus. You had your chance, each one of you. And we don't owe you a thing.
Whatever it takes.
No, my dwelf shall never come to pass.
No. We had such plans. Oh, no.
Regret this.
The Fate's still ripping itself apart.
The dagger! Rook! You must break its contact with Ghilan'nain!
Lucanus? Lucanus!
And so you have your victory. You live. Ghilan'nain does not. Are you not proud to finally reach this moment? Or did you think you'd win the day without some painful sacrifice?
If we don't stop that dragon, people will die. Innocent people.
No one's retreating. We'll all die. Archdemons attacking the north.
You and your friends stood against the gods. Your courage is laudable.
Solus!
But mortals cannot win this battle. I am sorry, it is what must be.
I did everything for you, Rook. You're worthless.
Varric never believed you.
You're no leader, malevolent. You failed us all.
What failure cuts your conscience now, I wonder?
Blood on your hands.
Your friend is dead.
Dead and gone.
Your fault.
Regret, like all emotions, is a powerful thing. It can bruise us, break us, or blind us to the truth. Regret is even strong enough to serve as the lock on a prison built to hold gods. But such a prison can hold any captive. Even you. You were never ready to make the sacrifices that leadership requires. So through our connection, I molded you into someone the prison would accept in my place.
Varric.
Your work is done.
What? This is... This is where we talked when I was dreaming. But I am not dreaming. Has to be some way out of here. Just... Have to find it. I have to get back to the team. A wolf statue, of course. How did Solus get out of here? Solus swapped places with me, but there's more to it than that.
Kid. Come on. Solus found a way out. Now you need to find yours.
Varric? He's not here. Of course he's not. So how do I get out? Solus said this prison was built to hold gods.
Built to hold gods. And locked. I told you the enchantments were dangerous. You chose me anyway. I trusted you, and it got me killed.
No, you're wrong. My friend, she knew the risks, and she still volunteered. She chose as much as I did. We all believed in what we were fighting for, what we're still fighting for. And Nev knew what it might cost.
She did, kid. We all did. Because you always chose the hard truth over the easy lie. Solus, on the other hand.
Everyone's a pawn. Allies, even friends. He'll sacrifice them without a thought. Isn't that what pawns are for?
Harding.
Never met anyone quite like you. Never thought I'd feel quite like this either. Everything in the world was falling apart, but every time I looked for you, you were there. You gave me a reason to keep fighting, even when the next step felt impossible. And you never wavered, not once. So how could I?
You were special to me, Lace. Always will be. But now you're gone, and the fight's not over. So I promise you this. I'm gonna get out of here. Stop Elganon, stop Solus, and save the world. I'll make sure your sacrifice was worth it.
Great job, kid. Now, what about mine?
That's
where it all began.
What am I gonna see there?
I think you already know.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend, Rook. I gotta try to reach him. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca. You need to listen.
Solus was messing with his head the whole time. Plot twist.
Let's go, this way.
Solus killed you. His friend. You tried to talk to him, to reason with him. And he cut you down.
Pretty sure he didn't mean to.
It doesn't matter. You're still dead.
Yeah. Sorry about that, kid.
You know, I think I knew the truth. Deep down. But I couldn't face it.
Why not?
Because it would mean admitting that I let you die.
Shit. Didn't you learn anything from this place? I made the choice. To talk to him. To try to reach him. Even knowing the risks. Because he was my friend. My decision, my sacrifice. And you don't get to take that from me.
But
every story's got an ending. This one just came a little earlier than I'd planned.
All this time, Harding and Nev. Why didn't anyone tell me?
They thought you knew. You're the only one that wasn't in on it.
But they talked to you, I remember.
Nope. They talked to you. Or to themselves. You just filled in the blanks. Time to finish this story. Your story. I just know the ending's going to be killer.
What happens now? To you?
I'll disappear. Go back to just being a memory.
Right.
Hey, don't get all misty-eyed on me, okay? I had a good run, and I don't regret a second of it.
What about Solus?
You talked to Mythal. You saw the memories. Solus wants to be a hero. That's who he is, deep down. But it's easier for him to play the villain. Because that means he didn't fail. All the damage he's done, the people he's hurt, it becomes a choice. Remind him who he really is. He might just listen.
So how do I get out of here?
Listen to your team. Like you always do.
This way. It's thinner here.
Better be right.
They're waiting for you. Just take it one step at a time.
Goodbye, Varric. And thank you.
Looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. You already have everything you need.
There! A light! We've got something. Get ready.
I am Elganon, first of the firstborn, last of the Evenuris. Come to reign over you with fine and gentle hand. Citizens of Minrathous, give yourself to me. Together we shall unleash magic so glorious, so limitless, that all the world will be transformed.
He seized control of the Archon's palace?
While the Magisterium was in full session, only the Venatori seem to have survived.
How are the Shadow Dragons?
Still fighting, last we heard. But Elganon's blighted the city, and the Venatori magically sealed the gates. No one's getting in or out.
Even the Minrathous Soluvians went dark. We can't check in with the Shadow Dragons. If it weren't for Solus,
they'd already be dead.
Solus?
He got to Minrathis just before the gates were sealed. He saved some civilians and killed some Venatori.
Now people are rallying behind the Dreadwolf, like he's the only one who can save them.
He's using the Shadow Dragons and anyone else he can to give him a clear shot at Elgernot. Then he finishes his ritual and the whole world drowns in demons.
He can't hurt Elgernot yet. That archdemon makes him invulnerable.
Right. Solus needs to kill it first.
And once that's done, Solus goes for Elgernot with the dagger he took from us.
Solus is our first target.
He won't be happy when he sees you've escaped from his trap.
Well, unlike Elgernot, we can hurt Solus. And he's got the dagger we need to stop Elgernot.
We did attempt to create a dagger to replace the one Solus took.
It looks similar, even feels similar, but it won't cut through enchantments like the real one does.
So it cannot kill Elgernot.
Looks real enough.
But it is not. We don't have the right weapon to take down our target, and we lost too much killing Ghilan'nain. We have no idea where Neve is or what Elgernot is doing to her.
And Harding is... she's gone.
If Neve were here, she'd tell us the case isn't done. And Harding would already have an arrow knocked. They're not here to finish this, but because of their sacrifice, we are. So let's do it for them. Get a message to anyone who's still out there. Tell them we're gonna stop Elgernot, and we need their help to do it. Then fix up your gear and take care of any unfinished business. In the morning, we take back Minrathis.
Are you certain you're all right, Rook?
We've still got work to do. I can collapse when this is over.
You needn't carry this burden on your own. The rest of us will send word to our allies. You must take care of yourself in the meantime. We'll speak again soon.
Sorry about Harding. I know you were together.
Thanks, Tosh.
I'll take care of her garden. She'd want someone to pull weeds and water stuff. And you were right. She'd also want us to finish the job. So just say the word. I'm ready to find out how to make Elgernot burn.
Tosh and I have taken over tending the plants in Harding's room. Truth be told, I'm not sure she remembered to water them very often, but they bloomed for her all the same.
She saved my life. All our lives.
You made her happy, Rook. Tremendously so. She'd be so pleased to see you safe.
She would. I won't let Lace's sacrifice go to waste.
Nev meant so much to me, you know? She was my big sister. Not the kind you fight with, but the kind you want to be like. The kind I tried to be to Syrian. But she's gone. Taken by my gods. Nev Gallus. Minrathous detective. And the best friend I've ever had. And now, shit.
It's all right, Balara.
Let's finish this fight. For Nev. And for Harding.
Doing this without Nev.
I'm sorry, Lucanus. I know how important she was to you.
She restored much of my faith in people. I wanted to give her the world she deserved. These gods have taken too much, Rook. No more. We want them dead.
She was taken. She might still...
False hope could kill me, Rook.
I keep asking myself, what if I'd been faster on Tearstone Island? I should have pushed myself harder. Would Harding still be around?
You can't know that. None of us can.
I know you two were close, Rook. I'm sorry.
Lace would tell us to carry on. Not to quit. To rescue Nev.
Damn right we will.
Thank you all for coming. If we don't stop Elgernot today, our world is either dead or blighted. So we keep fighting until the job is done. It's gonna be hard. There's no guarantee any of us will make it.
We're with you, Rook.
Elgernot dies today.
Whatever it takes.
Strife, news?
Our scouts confirm Elgernot is inside the Archon's palace. There's a giant tendril of blight tethering it to the Divine's manor in Hightown.
Then that's our goal. Breach the city walls and get to that tendril. Emmerich, can we count on Mornwatch support?
The Watchers, living and otherwise, will stand with us.
Every remaining Warden will be there. We follow Warden Rook today.
The Antivan crows are ready to pay their respects.
And the Lords of Fortune will be there. For gold and glory.
The Veil Jumpers have been in this since the beginning, and will be there for the end.
So
This
our
is
first
classic
target. Without
Dragonage.
his dagger, we can't kill Elgernot.
Our scouts last spotted him working with the Shadow Dragons in the western section of Hightown.
Okay, we go in through Hightown.
But Minrathous was built to hold off an army, even before Elgernot fortified it. All the gates will be guarded.
Worse than that. Our scouts reported that the Venatori sealed all the gates with those damn warding crystals.
Can the Veil Jumpers disable them?
Venatori magic won't be a problem.
It's still likely to take time. You may need assistance or someone to protect you while you unravel the wards.
Emmerich, I want you helping the Veil Jumpers.
Of course.
The Venatori at that gate will be commanded by a war mage. That's how they usually operate.
If we get rid of the commander, the rest of the Venatori will scatter. Can the crows cut the head off the snake?
Contract accepted.
There's gonna be a lot of guards between you and her. The lords can clear you a path.
And one of us should be there as well.
Lucanus, how'd you like to kill a Venatori mage?
It would be my pleasure.
One last thing might give the crows some trouble. There's a massive construct tall enough to crush buildings. It's guarding the main gate.
It's called a Juggernaut. I've read about them. Giant siege constructs built to withstand an invasion.
We're gonna need our heaviest forces against that Juggernaut. Evka.
The Grey Wardens have fought ogres and archdemons. We can handle this.
The Morn Watch will lend aid, but against something as large as this Juggernaut, we'll require further assistance. Rook?
Tosh, you're with the Wardens.
Right.
Balara, Davrin, you're with me. We make a run at the gate, get inside, and find Solus. The rest of you get to the Blight Tendril. Once we've got the dagger, we'll meet you there. And take the fight to Elghanon. I believe in this team, in all of us. So let's get it done. We go on my signal. In war, victory!
Attack!
Destroy this filth!
have to move!
That was a lot, but we're still alive.
They got us inside. Let's make the most of it.
Let's find Solus.
We heard he was helping the Shadow Dragons.
Then let's track them down.
The Blight's running wild through the city.
More Darkspawn!
They've got Venatori with them.
Treviso. People can't live like this.
Well fought, Lucanis.
And there he is, the Demon of Virantium.
At your service. They and I will return to the Crows and help with the fight through the city. You go after Solus.
We spotted him. He's not far ahead. That way, quickly.
All right, Taya said Solus should be up ahead. Let's find him.
would do this. How awful.
And this is with Solus helping our side. How much worse would it be without him?
Venatori ahead. One of them's an Massacre.
By the power of Rosican!
city. Asha!
Did we win?
You're lucky your head's so damn hard.
Tarquin! Viper! You're alive!
Thanks to Solus. He's been the only thing between us and Elganon.
Stay with them. I'm going to talk to Solus.
You are as surprising as ever. Even I could not have escaped that prison. For you to manage it.
You bastard!
I understand your anger.
You killed Varric. He tried to talk to you, and you killed him!
Yes. Whether I intended it or not, Varric's death is my responsibility.
You did something to my mind to make me keep seeing him.
Yes. I was wrong to do so.
You knew Varric was dead the whole time, but you kept pushing me not to see it. Why? How?
I was desperate. Unless I escaped, the world would fall to tyranny and blight. The only tool I had was my tenuous connection to you.
Blood magic.
As I said, I was wrong.
I knew you'd turn on me. All that big talk about freedom and justice, but when it counts, you're no different from Elgranon.
I know. I betrayed you because I believed that only I could save this world. But I have failed, Rook. I have not stopped Elganon. I have not even defeated his archdemon. The victories that have been won since Elganon and Ghilan'nain escaped are yours, not mine. If we are to save this world, we must work together.
You've got to be kidding me. You just finished apologizing for the last time you betrayed me.
I know. I cannot change the past.
How stupid do you think I am? The best possible version of this is that we kill Elgranon, and then you finish your ritual and drown the world in demons.
If joining me and stopping Elganon requires the veil to stay in place, then I will pay that price unflinching. I swear by my own foolish pride, by love for friends I failed and hurt, by everything I ever held as sacred. I will leave the veil untroubled. It will never come down by my hand. Now, if you will come with me, I can show you what has prevented me from reaching Elganon. and you can tell me your plan.
We were trying to get to the Divine's Manor in the center of the city.
And the Blight tendril connecting to the Archon's palace. Yes, I thought the same. But some intelligence guides the tendrils. It has prevented me from getting closer.
There's a whole lot of them up ahead.
Let us see if they've heard the legends of the Dread Wolf.
There's an emissary in the group ahead.
Abominations. They casted magic towards the fate. You'll threaten this world no longer. Ghilan'nain populates his armies with the cruel and the brutal. No brilliant tacticians, only those he can dominate and those who wish to become like him. But you, Rook, your team is made from the clever, the wise and the loyal. You honored their strengths to make them yours. That is why you are going to defeat him. Set to direct the Blight. We are not far from it. Beyond the Blight there, perhaps. Do you feel it? The Blight reacts to my presence. There. That must be the source of whatever intelligence guides it. If you can destroy the mind guiding the Blight, we may be able to reach the palace. I can accompany you no further. My presence will only draw the blight to you. Once Ghilan'nain is mortal, the final blow must be yours. I can think of no one better to wield this.
I thought I'd have to fight you for that dagger.
Then this has been a day of surprises for us both. Good luck. When next we meet, let us be standing over Ghilan'nain's body!
That is freaking cool.
All right, Solus takes down the Archdemon. That makes Elgernard mortal. Then we kill him with the Lyrium dagger.
Hey, first, we must get them out of there.
Nev, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of there.
Nev is gone. There is only the will of Elvenon. Giver of life and death.
Get out of my head and out of my city! Rook? He had me. I was controlling the Blight for him. It was all I could think about.
It's okay. You're free now. You're safe.
We're not safe yet.
Once Elgrennon is dead.
No! You can't kill Elgrennon yet. If you do... Watch out!
Come on!
Morgan! Quickly now! Destiny is a heavy burden to bear. And growing heavier by the moment.
You made it.
Not my first giant monster.
Apologies for missing the War Council. We got inside the city with the Veil Jumpers.
It gave us a chance to finally strike back at the Venatori.
Whatever you did unblocked entrances to the Divine's Manor. It also destroyed some of the Blight.
It'll come back. I can still feel it. I don't think I'm the only mage he used like this.
Nev, you're alive.
Rook got me out, but I learned things in that Blight eruption. We need to talk.
We will. But first, we need to get you to a healer.
We'll take care of her.
Thanks. I'll join you in a bit. Just want to check on everyone else coming in. Well, we still have time.
Elgrennon and the Venatori have destroyed my city. This is our final chance to take it back. We will win, Rook, or die trying.
Even gods may die.
We have every confidence in your plan.
Those who fell in our fight lie in the next room. They will be taken to grave or pyre once our battle has ended, as their beliefs dictate. For now, they wait, and we attend them. If you wish to pay your respects, please enter.
They're dense.
Rook, the Venatori brought death to Minrathous. We've made many of them pay, but they still owe us a balance.
You take care of Elgar'nan. We'll keep after his remaining followers on the ground. Minrathous, all of Thedas, will remember the throes of the faith. Let's see this done.
Hate to admit it, but Solus really came through for us. Now it's just Elgar'nan we have to deal with. Good luck.
We'll keep watch on the city down here.
It's been years since I fought in a battle like this.
The Crows defeated the Venatori at the gates, thanks to you and the Lords.
The pleasure was all mine.
We've all had enough of Elgar'nan's tyranny.
Be sure to silence him.
Rook, it's been a hard fight to get here.
And against stranger foes than we imagined.
But we're here. The Wardens. At the end of it all.
There's no one I'd rather be with.
The fires are lit.
You must be worrying someone. The bastard was in my head the whole time. All I could think about was making him happy.
That monster.
There's blight flowing through him, and now through me. Rook.
No. I refuse to lose anyone else I care about to these monsters. Nev, stay alive. That's an order. We'll talk to the Wardens after we take down Elgar'nan.
You can't. That's what I needed to tell you. My connection with Elgar'nan went both ways. I could sense him, his mind, his magic, his life force. He's tied to the Veil. His life is holding the Veil in place.
I felt the Veil weaken when Ghilan'nain fell. I expect that when Solus imprisoned the other gods, he bound them all thus. And now that Elgar'nan is the only one left...
We kill him, and the Veil collapses.
Which is why Solus gave me the dagger. Damn it! He said something about this in that memory of him binding the gods. I thought he was just stealing their magic. I didn't realize he meant it literally. We still have to kill Elgar'nan. So what can we do? Can we tie the Veil to something else to keep it in place?
I doubt any simple substitution would suffice. The Veil was made to be tied to the ancient elven gods.
Then let's tie it to Solus. He's the only elven god left.
Binding him will require drawing his blood with the lyrium dagger.
And I doubt he's going to like the idea.
I can be very persuasive, but it will be risky. What about this?
The dagger we made while you were trapped in the Fade.
Once Elgar'nan is dead, odds are good that Solus will need to do something else to complete his ritual. This dagger looks identical, but it can't cut through enchantments like the real thing. So if he tries to use it...
The backlash of such magic would render him helpless.
Unless he notices. You really want to try a bait and switch on the Dreadwolf?
Is there any chance at all, that he would listen to reason?
Did he listen to you when you spoke with him years ago, Inquisitor?
Varric tried to reason with him, and he died for it.
As did Mythal when Solus took her power.
But we have you, Morrigan. You have Mythal's memories. And we have the essence of the other fragment of Mythal from the Crossroads.
Such power, even fragmented, is not to be taken lightly. Hold it for now, and when the time comes, if you believe the Dreadwolf's heart can be turned from this course, I shall try.
All right. We can deal with Solus when the time comes, but we still need to stop Elgranon first. He's in the palace above us. We'll climb the Blight Tendril to get there. Once Solus takes down the Archdemon and renders Elgranon mortal, we hit him with everything we've got.
Damn right we do.
Time's running short. Stock up on supplies, pay your respects, and say goodbye to the people you love. Be ready to go when I signal.
You've got this.
Lucanus, everything all right?
We have made it here and fared well in the fight. Now we only have to wait. But Spike grows impatient. And then Neve. I thought I'd lost her. I want to give her everything she needs and tear out Elgernon's heart this very second. I don't know what to do with myself. This may be the calm before a final storm, but I don't feel it.
I know it's hard, but this is our last chance to rest before we finish this.
You're right. The first Talon should have more patience.
It won't be much longer.
Elgrenon's life is measured in hours. As for Solus, if any deserve to set his fate, it's you. But if it were me, I would not banter. I would not give room for lies and false promises. Find your opening and strike. The cost of mercy is too high when others might die in its wake. Whatever happens, my contract was for the blighted gods. Today it is fulfilled.
It's no small feat. How does it feel?
I'll know better when it's more than words. Rook, I left the ossuary only to lose so much again. My city, my family. But what I've managed to reclaim, I have you to thank for. Zara thought she could take my life and control it. When this is done, Spite will have his life, and I will have mine. And it will be only mine again.
I'm helping the Shadow Dragons with supplies while they're short-handed. Go on, pick out something nice. Enjoy the view up there.
Go finish this.
We didn't lose anybody. We hit the city that the Antam couldn't conquer and got out clean. We've even got Nev back. We're gaining people.
I'm ready to fight as long as our luck holds out.
Just Elgar'nan left now. Well, and Solus.
Elgar'nan won't know what hit him.
What? No, he'd better know it was us. That's the best part. Hey, listen. You helped me figure out who I was. I'm not the Canary my mother would have wanted. I don't say all the words right. But maybe she'd be proud of me anyway.
Chakra to Ebra, Tosh. I know she would.
I'm a better person because of you. So, thanks. Now let's go kick some ass.
We're in good shape, Rook. Real good. Nev's back where she belongs. Solus doesn't know we're onto him. And we've gotten past Elgar'nan's main forces. The tide's turning, and the hunt's almost done.
You make dealing with 2 gods and an archdemon sound easy.
We've gotten back up every time the gods bloodied us. And that was without our allies showing up. After this, we'll see how the Griffins are doing at Lavendel.
You think Antoine's gotten them to stop sleeping on the cots?
Not a chance. Well, Elgar'nan won't wait forever. Ready whenever you are.
It's been a privilege fighting with Weishaupt's finest.
The Wardens are lucky to have you, Rook. Not sure anyone else could be where you are now. You ready to kill the last Archdemon and make some history?
In peace, vigilance. In war,
victory.
How are you feeling, Balara?
I've never seen anything like this. The scale of destruction, the devastation. But most everyone's still alive, still fighting. That's more than I could have hoped for, more than I expected. So, okay, I think.
Fight ends today, win or lose. But I'd prefer to win.
Soon it'll all be over, one way or another. Rook?
What is it?
It's just... everything's gonna be different, you know? No matter what happens here. Solus is better than Elgar'nan, but if either of them win, the world burns just with different fuel. But if we win? No more gods. The end of a 1,000-year-old story. If it ends with us outsmarting the Dreadwolf, even better. Thetis is going to change, and we have the power to make sure it's for the better. Let's give this story a happy ending.
Varric liked to say everything was a story. Helped him make sense of all of it.
I always wanted to meet him. He sounded smart and kind.
Yeah. He was.
Rook, thank you.
For what?
For helping me put the ghosts of the past to rest. Now let's go kill a god.
Oh, it is purest relief to see us all gathered safe and sound. We found Nev again at last. I'd feared the search might take ages. Elgar'nan must fear what we might accomplish once we storm his tower.
We've already killed an archdemon and a god. We can do it again.
While Elganon's magic is fearsome, Solus is our true adversary. He is, however, a former spirit. As such, Solus cannot help but listen to appeals to his nature, his yearning for reflection.
I could try talking him down, once I find him.
The spirits whisper. One way or another, I believe the dread wolf's tale draws to its conclusion. You have been a dear companion, Rook. You accompanied me through death, and were the first to witness my return. I shall never forget that, through the ages that follow.
What luck that the distinguished Professor Volcaran joined our cause after we found him in the necropolis.
Feels as if that were years ago. Time passes swiftly in good company. Onwards, Rook. The gods await.
Nev, how are you holding up?
The others told me what happened after I was taken. I've seen reports from the city. The lost, but more are still standing than I might have bet on. Every person who gets through this is a win.
We're doing well as can be expected. Just have to keep it up.
We can't get overconfident.
Will you be all right? With the blight?
Look, I won't lie. I can feel it in my blood. Not sure we needed that in common. But I'm fine, or fine enough. I won't sit this out. Elganon used me to hurt this city, but he'll see who this place really belongs to. I'll take Minrathous back, and he'll regret the day we met.
When we walk away this time, the job will truly be finished.
Fingers crossed. About damn time. Look, I'm not saying this in case we die, but you're someone I could count on through all of this. Whatever happens, I trust you. And I don't say that to anyone.
I know. Thanks, Nev.
Anytime.
A word, Rook?
Any last advice from Mythal?
'Tis a difficult battle you face, but you are among more allies than you know. You have purified the crossroads, uncovered ancient truths lost for ages, and earned the essence of Mythal. You are truly the champion of the Fade. Take this. Should your fight against Elganon grow desperate, invoke the memories of the Dreadwolf's rebels. For you, they will stand against tyranny one last time.
Bad news, everyone. Elganon's forces are gathering outside.
They mean to prevent you from reaching their master.
Our people will set up barricades, and we'll hold the enemy as long as we can. You need to start climbing.
Let one of us help.
I'm going with Rook. I want payback. I'll tear Elganon from the city myself.
You go to face a guard, Rook, but any aid you might spare would be welcomed.
Tosh, you up for it?
Yep.
We'll be cheering for you, Rook. All my best.
There's got to be another way there.
focus on getting to the throne.
This one's a doozy, too.
However this ends, it's been a ride.
Right back at you, Davrin.
Close!
The throne room. Knowing Elgranon, we'll find him there.
Rook!
You made it!
The Blight. Elganon's using the Magisters to control it. Just like he used me. They're using it against Solus. We have to help or he won't last.
How do you know?
I can hear it. I can feel what it wants.
The Blight?
Get to the throne room. I know how to help Solus.
ready as I'll ever be.
Got us this far. Lead the way.
Soulless.
I've got this! Go!
Such arrogance, thinking you can hide from your creator. And I am this world's creator. Every pointed spire and warding enchantment in this city is a child's unwitting imitation of the empire I built. I would have restored the glory. Your lives are too brief to remember.
I saw Demise Crossing and Weishaupt and everywhere else you've left your mark. I didn't see any glory. All I saw was a tyrant destroying everything he touches.
You mistake discipline for cruelty, a failing among those who lack a master's gentle guidance. We only destroyed because you resisted. In the new empire, every child would have blossomed under my protection. And Ghilan'nain, my brilliant sister, would have forged the blight into a tool of beauty. But she is dead. And all we have is this. Because of you. Lives. I am invulnerable. Yet still you fight. Pathetic. cannot save you. He cannot even save himself. Now you understand that none may stand against me. Those who try stand alone. I am the Lord of the day and the night. Yield to me and I will show you mercy. Look at you. Your failures. You failed to save the wardens at Weisshaupt. You fled in terror at Arlethon.
And then we killed Ghilan'nain.
You have nothing. No army, no dragon, no thralls.
I've got a team and that's all I need.
I have bound the souls of dragons. I have slain titans and broken the will of gods.
You haven't broken me.
You will kneel.
Damn it.
Come now. You did as well as anyone could have, but you cannot deny the truth.
This is my city!
Impossible!
You are mortal, Elganon. Enjoy it while it lasts.
If you will not bow, you will burn. Your recalcitrance has doomed every pathetic creature in existence. I will see the last glimmer of defiance from this wretched world. And from the ashes shall rise a blighted empire, bound to me alone. There is no light save mine.
It is done. The world owes you a debt, both for defeating Elganon and for bringing down the Veil. I am sorry for this final betrayal, but I will do what I can to minimize the damage. When you see the old world restored, please, Rook. I do not wish to fight against you.
I don't want to fight you either. But I don't want to see the world go through even more pain on top of what Elgar'nan has done. Do you?
This world is broken, Rook, because of my mistakes.
This is why you had to use me to escape the prison. It's made from regrets, and you're trapped in yours.
You cannot understand the...
Destroying everything won't erase your mistakes. You have a chance right now to save the world. Bind yourself to the Veil and stop it from falling.
I cannot. To stop now would dishonor those I have wronged to come this far.
Even if those you've wronged asked you to stop.
Inquisitor.
You were my friend. We saved the world together once. Can't we save it one more time?
Inquisitor, I am sorry. But I cannot. Long before we met, I failed my oldest friend. She died for that failure. If I leave the Veil in place, I am destroying the world she wanted. And I will have... She will have died for nothing.
And whose fault is that, Dreadwolf?
Morrigan.
One appellation among many I wear. I have been advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, daughter of Flemeth, and once, long ago, an old friend.
Mythal lives on in her, and in this.
Mythal.
I pulled you from the Fade you loved and sent you into war. I used your wisdom as a weapon, and it broke you.
The things that I have done
are not for you alone to bear, my friend. The many wrongs we did together. I release you from my service.
You are free to find a better way.
life force now sustains the Veil. With every breath I take, I will protect the innocent from my past failures. The Titan's dreams are mad from their imprisonment. I cannot kill the Blight, but I can help to soothe its anger. I will go and seek atonement. Thanks to you, I now can see the way.
With Elgar'nan and Ghilan'nain dead, and Solus off to fix his mistakes and right an ancient wrong, it looked like one of the biggest stories this world had ever seen was finally drawing to a close.
The story of the Veilguard, a team of heroes who stood strong against evil, no matter the cost.
Whatever it takes.
But whenever one story ends, another begins.
Like the story of the Grey Wardens, clearing the remains of the Blight so that the flowers can grow again.
Or the story of Arkandorian Parvus, dragging Tevinter into a new era with bold and forceful measures.
Or the story of a caretaker, standing watch for new heroes.
For the Antivan Crows, it would be a story of bringing a traitor to justice and reclaiming Treviso from the Blight.
Among the Veil Jumpers, the fall of the last elven gods meant Arlethan was reborn.
At their hearts, stories are about change.
A man exploring worlds beyond mortal existence.
A woman standing watch against anyone that would threaten Darktown.
An assassin driving out the darkness in his city and himself.
A student of history, helping the elves regain what they lost.
A dragon hunter, rediscovering their heritage from a place of strength.
Or the Griffins, returning to the Grey Wardens.
And we will always be grateful to those whose stories brought us where we are today. And those whose stories will live on with us forever.
Alright everyone, so, for those of you who have actually stuck around to the very end of this project, I wanted to close things out with my honest review of Dragonage the Veilguard. For context, I had more than 14 playthroughs of Dragonage Inquisition, and I plan on creating a modded version to play and record in the future. In my opinion, Inquisition is a 10 out of 10. Dragonage the Veilguard is a 6 at best. Now, I don't want to dump on the game, so I'm going to give you what I thought was done really well. The wrap-up to the core story was fantastic. After 15 years, we finally know what the Blight is, where it comes from, and that the old gods were just the elven gods masquerading through their enslaved dragons. We also learned about the Titans and the origins of all the elves and the dwarves. The end of the Blights in and of itself would have allowed for Veilguard to be the end of the series for good. I hope that's not the case, but the core Dragon Age mysteries really have been satisfied in a very satisfying way. I want to thank the writers who cared enough about this content to make sure that the heart of the series was not forgotten. Unfortunately, that's where the good things I have to say about the game kind of come to an end. I promise there are many reasons for this. I don't think that it's just about the gender stuff. That knocked it down a point, but that's not the most egregious reason I think this game is worse than DA2. Tosh. You all know how I feel about this character. To be clear, I don't care that she's non-binary. I just want her to stop talking about it. It really is nauseating to constantly have to listen to her whine. Then we're forced to watch her come out to her mother. Then we're lectured for 5 minutes about how you're a bad person if you don't punish yourself for misgendering someone. Like, this is nonsense that has no place in a dark fantasy game. You know, this is just force-feeding it down players' throats. This has not gone well, and pretty much the entire internet agrees. You know, BioWare really needs to take an inventory of why this game turned into a massive failure for them, and recognize that people just don't, by and large, support this stuff. Like, I'm really not trying to make the gender ideology stuff in this game that big of a deal, but I find it really suspect that there's probably a lot of hidden dialogue if you choose to make your character trans or non-binary, and as a parent, I would never allow my kids to play Veilguard for this very reason. Like, I have no interest in exposing my kids to it. Now, like I said, with that out of the way, let me get into the 20 other reasons that I think that this game is fundamentally really bad, especially considering that Inquisition was such a masterpiece. I think the new skill tree and combat system was a mistake. The new skill tree creates this illusion of more choices for how to build your character, but in reality, it forces you to pick 4 abilities that become your constant rotation, rather than having 8 abilities and an ultimate at your disposal, which is what you had in the 2 previous games. Furthermore, the detonation system is taking the abilities combos, which were honestly really fun to discover on your own in previous games, like, you know, when you could use frostbite someone and then throw like a rock spell at them to shatter it. That was cool, and I didn't need anyone to like handhold me and tell me, that's a detonation. Like it was, a lot of this stuff was just really, really intuitive. Which brings us to a laziness problem. In Inquisition, your party consisted of one of each class in the game. That meant you got 3 rogues, 3 warriors, and 3 mages. This time we only got 6 companions. They just decided not to write content for 3 of the primary specs in the game. I can't interpret this as anything other than laziness because this resulted in a loss of about a third of the content that you would have otherwise seen in a Dragon Age game. I finished this playthrough in 68 hours. Inquisition and Origins were easily 100+ hour games. So to be clear, they charged just as much for a game that was 40% less content. While I'm on the money subject, the deluxe edition of this game was the greatest thievery I have ever seen from BioWare. It's just some appearance options. Every previous game came with cool and unique items that gave the player a leg up in early gameplay. This time they charged us the same amount they did for the Trespasser DLC for 3 skins. This is just lazy, money-hungry behavior that tells me the people who truly love this franchise are no longer at the helm. And just to give you guys a little bit of context, now that I've gotten into some game design and modding on my own, reskinning something is an afternoon of work at best. Yet they are charging you almost a quarter of the total retail price of the game for an afternoon's reskin. I really just wanted to give you guys context as to how lazy and money hungry this behavior truly is. So the new art style is just wrong. They made the elves curvy and fat. They made the dwarven women look like they have a double stomach, and the Qunari character options are shorter and unathletic looking. It's like their art team was taken over by a team of body-positive feminists whose feelings were hurt about skinny elves being Dragon Age canon, which also shows that they had absolutely no respect for the Dragon Age canon. They made the game, also just to be fair about this, I'm just as upset over the muscular physique that Davrin has as I am in the fatter, curvier physique that they gave the female elves. Right? Like this goes both ways for me here. It's just that you took me away from the canon, the established canon of what the elves in Dragon Age were. They made the game about your relationships rather than the stakes. In Inquisition, you're leading an army. You have the occasional companion quest, and you get to know your team. But about 90% of the story is about stopping the bad guys, because the world is at stake. In Veilguard, your companion quests make up more than half of the quests. This means that while your character is supposed to be raising armies to fight elven gods, he spends the majority of the game coddling the feelings and personal dramas of a ragtag group of people who are seriously self-involved. Despite making the game about feelings rather than the world ending, they still somehow massively drop the ball with the final credits. Each character's final credits felt rushed and inconsequential. In the last game, one of your companions becomes the next divine, and you get to decide whether the mages go free or if they're chantries to the slaves forever. There isn't anything that comes close to those stakes with the exception of picking the new Archon for Tevinter. Which brings me to the Archon of Tevinter bit. This game was supposed to be about the Tevinter Empire. And we spent the entire time in the docks of Mithrathis, learning about the suffering little people. This was so lame. This was a massive opportunity to explore the Tevinter Magisters, and they just pissed it away. Also, your choices mean absolutely nothing in this game. Let me explain. There's an outcome where every single party member dies, but Solus always ends up in the Veil prison, and the Elven Gods are always dead. So, newsflash, guys, your team is effectively Rogue One of the Dragon Age universe. Congratulations. So, this effectively means that none of your party members, including Rook, can pop up in any future content. Not the games, books, comics, cartoons, you know, the letters that they put into the next game to talk about previous characters, nothing. Without saying F you to the gamers and disrespecting our choices in the game. I'm not saying that they shouldn't pigeonhole us into decisions like having to get Harding or Davern killed. If that is part of the story that they want to tell, I might not be happy about it because they're both characters that I like, which is, by the way, what makes it a great decision to put a great position to put the player into, because for a moment it makes you feel like there's actual stakes. One of the two characters that you really, really like are going to die, and you have to choose. Okay? This is the kind of stuff that makes Dragon Age storytelling really, really, really impactful. My problem is that they chose to effectively end all future positive outcomes for any member of your team, which, by the way, makes that decision meaningless. Again, which it's also like strangely morbid in a game that doesn't let you play an evil character, which in all the previous versions of Dragon Age games, you know, in the first two games, I could have just straight up played a blood mage and been evil if I wanted to, right? In Inquisition, it's a little harder to be straight up evil, but you can definitely be more of a tyrant than a benevolent Inquisitor if you want to. There's no version of this game where I can be a bad guy. There's like a version of me that's really, really understanding. There's a version of me that's kind of sarcastic. And there's a version of me that's a little stern, but ultimately agrees with all of the nonsense that's going on with the people in his party. There's really no dark anti-hero options for my characters. Newsflash, BioWare, the main characters of all the previous Dragon Age games, by definition, were anti-heroes. Rook is not an anti-hero, no matter which way you play him. Even actually, I won't even get into that. Moving on. The new gearing system in this game was just a horrible idea. I mean, you have to spend most of the game doing jump puzzles rather than just looting what you need to kill for gear and crafting materials. I mean, that is part of all the Dragon Age games that is honestly infuriating. They can never settle on a crafting or gearing system that is actually enjoyable and not a chore for the player. I say just stick to a simple loot your kill system and stop forcing us to gather materials from the environment. That kind of gameplay loop is better suited for survival games. In RPGs, we just want good story and fun fights. That's pretty much it. Your NPC hub in this game is lacking, to say the least. We went from having an entire castle to decorate with new forces manning your garrisons based on decisions you made, filled with merchants and jail cells to fill with your enemies. Skyhold is just freaking cool. In the Veilguard, what we got was 6 floating apartments, 1 merchant, and a puzzle. That was just lazy and unimaginative. My final gripe about this game is that they took away our choices. For those of you who have not played Inquisition, you have to understand, there is a website called Dragon Age Keep, where there are more than 300 story decisions you could make about the 2 previous games and import into your Dragon Age Inquisition experience, so that it felt like one coherent story that you, the player, got to shape from the very beginning. You got to choose if the Warden survives, if you had a child with Morgan, if you get to choose Anders' fate. There's so many other consequential decisions to the overall lore of a world that you felt like you were building with BioWare. They took the secret sauce of what makes Dragon Age the beloved franchise that it is and flushed it down the drain. You get to make 3 decisions coming into this game. There are no side quests about the fate of people from past games. You don't get any updates on the Circle or no Circle situation in Southern Thedas. In Dragon Age, a game that ends when the credits roll, the filler content is the whole point of the game. Inquisition even had a beautiful soundtrack and moments that actually bring the player to tears. 14 playthroughs later, I still get a little teary-eyed the first time that I hear "The Dawn Will Come" in a Dragon Age playthrough game. It is such a beautiful and powerful moment in that story that it's like it's like for people that are just like massive fans of like a book series of Harry Potter. You got like just like that one book that you could read over and over and over again. And it doesn't matter that you know the ending. Right? It doesn't matter. It still brings you to tears every single time. That was the emotional power and impact of moments in Dragon Age Inquisition, like the one that I'm describing. Veilguard has none of that. The closest that I get to a teary-eyed moment in Veilguard is when Solus is speaking to the spirit of Mythal right at the end, because I understand what these 2 characters meant to each other after 15 years of playing this game. But the problem is that Solus is such an incredibly unlikable character that I doubt that it will have that effect on me again a second time through. So ultimately, the Veilguard ends with 0 emotional depth. In a video game series that even Dragon Age 2, which is hailed as the worst of the Dragon Age games that up until this point, still brought some of those amazing storytelling moments, particularly with characters like Merrill and Fenris, in my opinion. This is why I will sadly be joining the boycott. This will probably be my only playthrough of Dragon Age the Veilguard for a very long time, if not ever. It's just not worth it to me to replay this to see the other outcomes myself. I'd rather just read what the other possible outcomes are, because again, when you make a possible outcome that every single person dies, you make the game meaningless. I'm not interested in a second playthrough, other than maybe to test out a different build in the future when I'm really, 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 really bored. But that's pretty much it. I would much rather keep playing Inquisition for the decades to come over and over and over again than probably ever play Dragon Age Veilguard again. So, in closing, I want to say I truly love Dragon Age. There are more than enough mysteries about the Qunari, the unexplored continent to the east. Funny how there's always an unexplored continent in every one of these fantasy games. And the new changes to the Blight to keep the franchise going for at least one more game. But if I'm being honest, unless BioWare gets an injection of really talented and passionate writers who are loyal to the original vision of Dragon Age, I say turn this IP into an MMO. Let us have one last hurrah in this wonderful universe, and let the franchise die the slow death of the MMO that lets fans have their final adventure and give them a sense that Thedas, while at the same time giving them a sense that Thedas goes on until the servers are finally shut down long after the series has fallen into obscurity. So that's it, everyone. Thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe. This was an enjoyable first adventure in videotaping an entire gameplay through. Thanks again.